circuits 1, 2, 7, 8, 19, and 20 are relay card channels in your dimmer that are parked on, so that when DMX tells your lights to turn on, they will turn on. Those circuits, you cannot use 1, 2, 7, and 8 on your front of house pipes for regular conventional dimming lighting fixtures. So those will just be your LED fixtures now.
All right, so here we are at the board and we have 1, 2, 7, and 8.
This doesn't necessarily mean that it's address 1, 2, 7, and 8. I'm going to tell them that these 12 channels are your 12 lighting fixtures at the front of house. It's just all about how you patch it. All your PARs are now at channels 1 through 12. So you can use them on the fader just like you used to use them. Your dimmer channels are still in use. They are just, I parked them because your actual dimming cards were patched 1 to 1, so your first dimming card was in channel 1, which worked out when you had conventional fixtures there, but now you don't. So if you want to plug in, say, a LECO in there, your dimming channels are now all the way down here. They start at 108. They start at 108 through 131. Now these are all your dimming channels. Oops, I just went way too far.
And that's for conventional lights?
That's all your dimmers in that rack right there.
Okay.
With the exception of 108, 109, 114, 115, 126, and 127. So those channels on the board, don't touch them because they're parked on so that all your LED fixtures will work.
Okay, where on the board would we touch
They're
them?
not there. They could be all the way down here, but you're only going to be able to access, well, not all the way down there. You'll only be able to access a few of them. So if you want to use some of those circuits for conventionals, I can make those available here if you'd like.
Let's do that.
Okay. And I can tell you what circuits they are for the most part, because we only sussed out like half of your dimmer rack as far as what circuits go to what card. So I can tell you which ones you can use, and they're all over. The ones that you'll be able to use are primarily everywhere. Okay. So if I give you 4 per pipe, you shouldn't have a problem plugging anything.
Okay, great. So if we need to make sure and troubleshoot if the LEDs aren't working, we'll go to see where they're parked and make sure that they're on. And to do that,
So in the park tab, 108 and 109 is your front of house pipe circuits that you're using for the PARs closest to the stage. This is the 2 circuits farthest away from the stage on the front of house pipe farthest away from the stage. That's circuits that the LEDs are using, and then 127 and 126 are the circuits that are parked for the LEDs on the stage.
Okay, so we just we can go into the park tab here and just check that they're on.
Make sure that they're on full.
On full.
So this is for your LED circuits. So these are the channels that are parked at full. So they're on these channels just to get them out of your way. So inside the console, they're at channel 108, 109, 14, 15, 126, and 127. But as far as their address, their DMX address goes, it's 1, 2, 7, 8, 19, and 20. And that directly correlates to where they are in your dimming rack.
Okay.
So card 1 and 2, that's a relay card that activates channels 108 and 109. Those are all parked for that circuit number 1 and 2 on the closest front of house pipe.
And why do we need to know this?
Just in case they're never on. Just in case they turn off.
Okay.
And I'm notating it just in case we come back and we put more stuff in and someone goes, what did you do?
All right, if they don't come off, so if they
They
don't
shouldn't
come on,
turn off unless somebody messes with this, or it shouldn't happen in case if you have a power outage, it shouldn't happen because it's saved in the program, but they shouldn't come off. They should be parked on at full.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, and you're just telling us about this because,
Just don't touch them. If they stay on, that's good, because your lighting fixtures, the circuits will stay on, but your lighting fixtures won't get lamped on until you tell them to go on with DMX. Pipes. I'm going to put them, what's left for your dimmable circuits on your front of house pipes, I will put on channels 13 through 20, and it will be directly correlated to so the dimmer address and the front of house circuit will match up with these. So your number 3 circuit on your closest pipe will be on channel 13. So if you plug something dimmable like a LECO into that, that'll show up on channel 13.
okay. So these numbers here correlate to what's up on that's what's been up on the stage there.
It
when
just
we plug
so
something in.
happens that the circuit number and their actual DMX address is the same, but this also, so that's the circuit that's actually physically out in the house.
Right.
And then what's in this column, your dimmer address, that just correlates to what DMX address is in your console and what dimmer card it is in your dimming rack.
Okay.
And then it shows up on channel 13.
And this is channel 13, which we'll label in a second.
Channels 1 through 12 are your front of house LED channels. That each one corresponds to a separate lighting fixture. Channels 13 through 20 are your dimmable circuits that are still available to be used on the front of house pipes. Your house and work lights are still where they were. Channels 25 through 28 are your dimmable circuits that are on stage on the first 2 pipes. So circuit 13 is your fader 25, circuit 14 is fader 26, circuit 15 is fader 27, and circuit 16 is fader 28.
And these circuit numbers are located on stage in a black box, so that's what we plug into.
Yep.
And the reference for that is...
Everything is right here.
Where's the reference for what?
This is your on-stage dimmable. That's the channel this is your fader channel.
Right.
That's its address, and that's its stage circuit, so those are the same.
Okay. These are diffuser lenses that go into the LED lights, and these are wide diffuser, so it spreads the light out a lot more, but it definitely lessens the intensity of the light. So if you put one of these in an LED light, your the brightness of the LED is going to be a lot less, but the light will spread way out.